Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to Headbanger's Closet. So for this video, I want to jump on a thread that's been going around on the VC for the last few weeks. It's basically, it's called Overplayed. Songs you still absolutely love, no matter how overplayed they are. There was a lot of different bands I could kind of choose from on this. It was really difficult kind of going through some of those bands in my head and then picking up with the songs because it's going to be a different video than like my favorite songs by this band. It was, obviously the title, Overplayed. So I was trying to choose songs that, are kind of hits that always get played, but no matter how many times they get played, no matter how many times I hear them live, no matter how many times I see the video, I still love the songs. So for this one, I chose Metallica. There was a lot of different bands I was thinking about, doing Iron Maiden, Anthrax, Megadeth, Slayer, Motley Crue, kind of a, in tribute to the 40th anniversary of my favorite Motley Crue record, which is Shout at the Devil. So I might end up getting to those eventually, but for this one, I want to do Metallica. My good buddy Mark over at Twanger's Turntable, I watched his video. His favorite band is Iron Maiden, and he did Iron Maiden, so I was like, you know what, I'll do Metallica. And still, it wasn't as easy as I thought it was going to be. It was really hard because these songs, like I said, it's not going to be my favorite tunes from the band or my favorite tunes on these particular records. There are songs I absolutely love, but fits in that kind of overplayed category. So I chose 5 plus one more for honorable mention. It was really hard trying to whittle these things down. So let's get right to it. Honorable mention, we're going to go from the Master of Puppets album, 1986. We're going to go Sanitarium. Absolutely love the tune. I could have chosen Battery, Puppets, Damage Inc. on this one, The Thing That Should Not Be. Could have basically chosen any of these, but Sanitarium is kind of a hit, and it was on the radio a lot when I was growing up, and they play it live quite a bit. I've seen it a bunch of times live over the years, and no matter how many times I hear it, I still love the song. I absolutely love what Metallica does with these kind of, I hate to say it, but the power ballad kind of deal, the Metallica ballads. I love how it's, ballady in the beginning and then just full on heavy towards the end. I like how they do it that way. But great record, great song, love it. This one, I can remember high school days, just me and my buddy Chris driving around, the back country roads of the town. I grew up in North Attleboro, Massachusetts, listening to this record amongst other records. Whenever I hear Sanitarium or a lot of songs off this record, it kind of takes me back to those days. So honorable mention, Sanitarium from Master of Puppets. So kind of starting the countdown now, officially, with number 5. We're going to go with the Black Album, and we're going to go with The Unforgiven. And again, could have chosen a bunch of songs off this record. So many hits off this record. Wherever I May Roam came to mind, because I absolutely love that song. But I play Unforgiven so much. Absolutely love the tune. The guitar solo, I think, is one of Kirk's best in their discography. It's absolutely amazing. I really like watching the Year and a Half Life of Metallica and how he tries to get that solo down. Really cool scene from that documentary. But yeah, Unforgiven, no matter how many times it comes on, like when I hit shuffle on Metallica on Spotify, no matter how many times it comes on, whether it's the original version or a live version, always play it. Absolutely love that freaking song. So that's number 5. Coming in at number 4, we have, again, could have went a lot of different ways with this, but we have Metallica's debut record, Kill 'Em All, and I'm going to go with the Four Horsemen. Absolutely love the song. I was going back and forth between Four Horsemen and Seek and Destroy. I thought Seek and Destroy would be kind of too easy. They play it almost every show, but I went with Four Horsemen just because it's probably my favorite song on the album, but it's one of those, no matter how many times I hear it, I love it. No matter how many times it comes up on Spotify, I don't ever skip it. And now they don't really play it too much now live. There was a kind of a time where almost every show you'd hear it, but I don't think I heard it so far on this last tour. Last time I think I heard this one was maybe the Johnny and Marcia's Azula tribute show in Florida. But number 4, Four Horsemen, Kill 'Em All. So number 3 is a song that popped in my head pretty much instantly when I thought about the Overplayed and my favorite, my favorite Overplayed tracks. It's going to be from 1984's Ride the Lightning. It's going to be For Whom the Bell Tolls. Absolutely love the song. For such a long time, it was my favorite Metallica song. When I first got into Metallica with the Injustice for All album, when I first became a massive fan, and then heard For Whom the Bell Tolls. Again, same deal with Puppets, riding through the backcountry roads in North Attleboro with my good buddy Chris. We'd play For Whom the Bell Tolls over and over again, and I just absolutely loved it. But for a long time, it was my favorite Metallica song. So we're going to go with For Whom the Bell Tolls from 1984's Ride the Lightning. And number 2, I just kind of mentioned it, Injustice for All. I'm going with Blackened. Wanted to choose one on this because one obviously is a bigger hit, but Blackened kind of takes it for me because, again, just like the Four Horsemen, there was a time where they played Blackened almost every show, and I loved it. I'll never get sick of hearing that song. It's probably a 1A, 1B, my favorite Metallica song to this day. I absolutely love the song. And again, just like Seek and Destroy, I kind of felt one from this album would have been the low-hanging fruit. I mean, it was the only video they put out. It's the major hit everybody knows from this record, but I didn't want to go too easy, you know what I'm saying? So I chose Blackened. Absolutely love the song. Can't go wrong with that one. And then the last one, last but not least, this one also is a 1A, 1B with my all-time favorite Metallica song, and they play it a lot. It comes on whenever I'm listening to Metallica on shuffle. It comes on more than once because there's so many live versions, and it's such a great tune. Everybody knows it. Everybody loves it. It's Creeping Death from 1984's Ride the Lightning. I chose the single, and I'll get to why I chose that single here in a minute. But I absolutely love the song. Just like Blackened is 1A, 1B, my all-time favorite Metallica tune. And, you know, I feel it's a big enough hit where, you know, some people could kind of say it's overplayed. That's why I chose it. But it's number one because it's just freaking badass song. I will never not play this. I will never get tired of it. I love it when it comes on. I love the live versions. Creeping Death is probably one of the Metallica songs that I go to the different live versions from the live stuff they've put out, more so than the studio track from the album. The Seattle Binge and Purge 89 is probably my all-time favorite Creeping Death version. Just can't go wrong. It's amazing. So before I kind of conclude the video, I just want to show you this one's on green, Music for Nations. So the reason I chose this single is because when I was a little kid, I saw this in the record store, and it had the import sticker on it. I didn't buy it at the time. Years later, I got the cassette. But this was the record that kind of got me into collecting. Seeing the single and seeing all the different colors, that's what kind of got my brain and like, hey, I can collect all of these. It was almost like trading cards. I collected baseball cards as a kid as well. So I decided I need to collect these and get them all. And over the years, I've been able to collect all the colors on this Music for Nations label. This particular one right here, there's a bunch of them. So we've got this red, this translucent red, this green, which is this one, this translucent green, black, clear, white, blue, and then a picture disc. So I've got them all. Took me a while to get them, but I got them all in my collection. And I've done a video on these like a while back, but maybe, I think I've gotten a few since then, so maybe I'll do another video on the Creeping Death single again soon. But yeah, that's the reason I started collecting. And as you can see, you know, 30 plus years later, I'm still doing this shit. So anyway, there you have it. My top 5 plus an honorable mention. Favorite overplayed Metallica songs I still absolutely love. So appreciate you guys watching, and I'll have another video for you guys very soon. Cheers, everybody.